Anatomy of the common carp.
A common carp and its scientific name is Cyprinus carpio.
The common carp, or the Cyprinus carpio, is a freshwater fish species that holds a significant place in aquaculture. Common carp typically have a robust, elongated body covered with large, overlapping scales. These usually display a variety of colors, including shades of olive, brown, or even orange. This underbelly tends to be lighter in color. The features in their barbels, which are fleshy projections around their mouth. These barbels aid in locating food on the bottom of water bodies.
Dissection procedure.
First, obtain a fish, gloves, and dissecting tools. Most of these should already be set out at the lab tables. Second, look at the fish and orient yourself with the positioning of the fish. Also, become familiar with the external structures of the fish.
First, let us identify the external parts of common carp. First is the mouth. The mouth is large and open in an accordion-like fashion. There are two pairs of barbels, one on the upper lip and the other pair at the corners of the mouth. Head. The head of common carp is relatively large, with a broad mouth that is downwardly facing. Around the mouth are several pairs of fleshy barbels, which aid in locating food. The body. The body of native forms and improved strains may vary from elongated to deep oval. The color of the bodies varies from gray through silver to bronze, with yellowish or reddish belly. Different fins. Dorsal fin. Dorsal fin is located at the back of the fish. The dorsal fin helps in stability and maneuvering. Anal fin. It is situated in the ventral side near the anus. The anal fin also contributes to stability and steering. Pelvic fins. Found in the lower sides of the fish. These paired fins assist in controlling directions. Pectoral fins. Positioned on each side just behind the head, the pectoral fins aid in balance and maneuvering. Eyes. Common carp have relatively large eyes positioned on each side of their head, providing excellent vision both in daylight and low light conditions. Gills. Gills are located on the sides of the head. Gills allow the fish to extract oxygen from the water for respiration. Lateral line. Running along the sides of fish, the lateral line is a sensory organ that detects changes in water pressure, helping the carp detect movement and vibrations in the water. Scales. The scales of common carp are large and overlapping, providing protection from predators and environmental elements. Next is the operculum. The operculum, a protective covering over the gills, helps regulate the flow of water over the gills and protects them from damage.
Open and close the fish mouth to observe the action of the mandible and maxilla. Place a probe in the fish mouth and gently push it through the operculum. You should notice several gill arches. Remove the gill arches by cutting its dorsal and ventral attachment. Locate the gill rakes on each gill arch. These projections separate the gill arches from each other and create spaces between each of the gill arches. Notice how the gill rakers project inside the fish's mouth. Remove a fish scale. Place the scale on a slide and add a drop of water. Then place a cover slip on top. Finally, look at the scale under the microscope. Begin making an incision along the dorsal side of the fish, no higher than the lateral line. Most of the organs reside in the ventral half of the fish body. Use your scissors and make the incision toward the head. Incision 2 should begin on the ventral surface just forward of the anus. When you reach the gills, cut upward behind the gills. Lastly, finish this process by making incision. Very carefully, lift away the cut section of the body wall. Use your scissors to remove any membranes that adhere to the body wall. If the body organs are covered with fat, you may use the forceps to remove these materials.
Internal parts of common carp, respiratory and excretory system.
The respiratory system of common carp is highly efficient at extracting oxygen from water, allowing the fish to thrive in freshwater habitats where oxygen levels can vary. The excretory system of common carp plays a vital role in maintaining balance of fluids and electrolytes in the body, as well as removing metabolic waste products. Let's proceed to the respiratory system. The primary respiratory organ of the common carp are the gills. Gills are located on each side of fish head, protected by a bony flap called operculum. Inside the gills are numerous filaments arranged in comb-like structures. Like in most vertebrates, the kidneys are primary organ responsible for filtering products from the blood and producing urine. Common carp have paired kidneys located in the dorsal part of the body near the spine.
The urinary bladder is a muscular sac that stores urine temporarily before it is expelled from the body. In common carp, the urinary bladder is located near the ventral part of the body cavity, close to the cloaca.
Let's proceed to the digestive system. The digestive system of common carp is well adapted for processing a varied diet, which typically includes plant matter, insects, crustaceans, and mouth. The digestive process begins in the ingestion of food through the mouth. The mouth of common carp is located underside of the head, and it is equipped with fleshy barbels that help in locating food in the bottom of water bodies. From the mouth, food travels to pharynx, a muscular cavity in the back of the throat. The pharynx assists in swallowing and directs food into the esophagus. Esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that connects the pharynx to the stomach. It carries food from the mouth to the stomach through peristaltic contraction, which are rhythmic muscle movement. Stomach. Once food enters the mouth, it is mixed with digestive enzyme and acids that begin the process of breaking down complex molecules into simpler nutrients. The stomach of the common carp is relatively simple compared to mammals, consisting a single chamber. After leaving the stomach, partially digested food enters the small intestine, where food digestion and absorption of nutrients occur. The small intestine is the primary site of absorption of nutrients such as proteins, carbon dioxide, and fats. Next is the large intestine. The partially digested food when moves into large intestine where water and electrolytes are absorbed. The waste materials are further compact. Anus. Waste materials consisting of undigested food and other indigestible substance are expelled from the body through the anus.
Liver and pancreas are accessory organs that play important roles in digestion. Liver produces bile, which helps in the digestion and absorption of fats. Pancreas produces digestive enzymes that are released into the small intestine to further break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Circulatory system. Fish have a single systemic circuit for blood, where the heart pumps the blood to the gills to be reoxygenated, after which the blood flows to the rest of the body and back to the heart.
The circulatory system of common carp. First is the heart. The heart of the common carp is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body. It consists of two chambers, an atrium and a ventricle. Blood vessels. First is the arteries. Arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart to the tissues and organs of the body. In fish, arterial blood is often relatively low in oxygen compared in mammalian arterial blood. Next is the veins. Veins carry oxygen-depleted blood from the body back to the heart. After passing through the gills and picking up oxygen, the blood returns to the heart to be pumped out again. Next is the capillaries. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels that connect arteries and veins and allowing the exchange of gases, nutrients, and waste products between blood and the tissues of the body. In the gills, capillaries facilitate the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide around the surrounding water.
Reproductive system. All fish reproduce sexually and most species have separate sexes. Those without separate sexes avoid self-fertilization by producing sperm and eggs at different times. Each fish typically produces a large number of gametes.
Ovaries. The ovaries are the female reproductive organs responsible for producing eggs. In female common carp, the ovaries are paired organs located in the abdominal cavity. During the breeding season, the ovary swells with the developing eggs. Next is the testes. The testes are the male reproductive organs responsible for producing sperm. In male common carp, the testes are paired organs located within the abdominal cavity. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!